Here is the number one thing that you must do to get in shape, and it's not a calorie deficit, it's not progressive overload, or even doing incline bench press. Well, it's smart to do those things, but after going through this process many times, I realized that it's actually this one thing that will make the biggest difference to your chances of getting lean. Let's get into what this is. And that is saying no. We're going to go into exactly what kind of no's you need to say so that you can actually get lean. And the first of those is saying no to your family. I'm from an Asian household, so a lot of the time Asian parents will ask you for little things to do, like little errands to run. They're gonna give you food to eat. Oh, eat this. Do you know how many farmers had to die so that this rice grain could be on your plate? What do? You say, yes, I'll finish the food for you because I don't want to be the rude son. You do not need to eat things that don't serve your goals when it comes to building your physique. So the ability to say, no, grandma, I'm not gonna eat that thing, despite the fact that you asked me 30 times, because I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat that because it's unhealthy and it's processed. I just don't. And I got so good at saying no. Now my grandma only asks me about 7 times instead of 50. So get, first of all, really good at saying no to your family. Next, your good old friends are sometimes your worst enemies when it comes to fat loss, because they're going to be the ones sitting on the couch with Domino's pizza and a bottle of beer saying, what are you doing trying to get a six-pack? Stop being so try hard. Have a drink with us. Enjoy this pizza. Hey, it's Friday. Let's go have a party. So-and-so's back in town. You go out. You binge drink, you have a great time. You have, of course, a kebab on the way home, fries, gotta have the Diet Coke, gotta have some fizzy drinks. Maybe you smoke, you wake up crappy the next day. You have to have your hangover Vietnamese pho noodles. Everything again goes down the drain. Can you tell I'm speaking from experience? So you got to get better at saying no to friends. Literally just going, no, I don't want to go out. No, I don't do that. No, I'm busy. Not even giving excuses all the time, because why do you want to give excuses? Because you're a nice guy. You want people to like you. So you're like, oh, I'd love to go, but I don't go because of this. So now you accept me. You don't hate me. Whereas non-nice guys are just like, nah, that's it. And it's more powerful. You don't need to justify your no. If you're clear on your goals, if you're clear on your values, you can say, no, I don't do that. I'm not going to go party right now. No, I don't drink that. I stopped drinking so much. That's it. You got to get better at saying no to your friends. Next, saying no to your own urges. This is a little bit trickier, isn't it? Because you have multiple urges arising at the same time. You want to have that pizza, you want to have that ramen, you want to have that burger. You think you deserve it because you played some sport. There are some urges that are just there and it's demonic. You know you shouldn't fall for it. But what do? You just fall for it. You're not good at saying no to that part of yourself that wants to just get the dopamine hit. You got to just open the fridge and be like, nah, I see the brownie, but I'm just no brownie, ain't happening, and be able to shut that bloody fridge again. Now, if you cannot do this, if you cannot control your own urges, how do you expect to get in shape? How do you expect to drop body fat? How do you expect to get lean when every time you have this urge, you just have to get it and you eat it? Next, if you want to get in shape, you're going to have to stick to some form of routine for a long period of time, 4 months, 6 months, maybe even 12 months or more, to actually see real results. You need to not only get used to the exercises, you need to get used to the rhythm of your life with that routine. But what happens? People are so impatient to get the transformation that they want. They see these Instagram reels. It says in 3 months, he made this transformation. Why am I not getting there in 3 months? You start to freak out. You think the routine is at fault, right? So you start changing your routine. You start doing that guy's routine. You start doing this guy's routine. What happens? You get mediocre gains because you never had time to stack the progress with that singular routine, which could have given you everything you wanted had you been a little bit more patient. So you got to stop yourself from having this urge to completely change routines every 2 weeks, every 2 months even, and say no to shiny objects. Now, this also applies not just to your social media temptations, but to friends. Your gym bro friend who's a little bit more buff than you is going to be like, by the way, dude, you should train this exercise. It's a killer. It made my biceps go like this. And then he's going to give you that shiny object. And what are you going to do? You're going to do that bicep exercise. It's going to mess up the balance of your routine and your lifestyle. You're going to get more fatigued. You're going to burn out and everything goes to shit. If you don't want to do that, if you're good at shutting things out and just focusing on something that is gonna get you there and you're ready to be patient, check out my minimalist workout routines below. They are designed to help you stay consistent, and it's a great building block for beginners, and it's free for you. So check out that link and join the free community where people go through it together and share their best tips and secrets. Next, the final thing is you gotta say no to naysayers, guilt, and self-hate, especially when you're trying to get in shape, especially when you're trying to lose fat. You're gonna get the naysayers. You're gonna get the people who are like, oh, what are you doing, bro? Like, that's never gonna work. Bodyweight training is not gonna work. I tried this 3 months, it's not gonna work. You get all these people who think they're too cool for getting in shape. You're gonna have to say no to that. That's peer pressure. You're gonna have to say no to guilt. Because every time you fall off track, you're going to feel guilty and you start hating on yourself. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so weak. Oh my God, I can't even stick to it for 1 week. I'm a failure. Oh, I deserve to be fat. Oh, I'm a piece of shit. This self-narrative, it creates more stress in you. It creates more anxiety. And it actually makes you, ironically, eat more. And by the way, guilt and shame are the worst emotions you can feel. It's worse than anger, it's worse than rage, it's worse than anything. You'll actually see, newborn babies don't feel guilt and shame. They're just naked, they shit their nappy, life is good, they're charismatic even when they shit their nappy. Because we're not wired to feel guilt and shame, but it gets put onto us. Hey, you shouldn't have shit your nappy. People and society and pressure put this guilt and shame onto you for good reasons and for bad reasons, and as such we develop this and we start to think that it's normal, that in order to correct our behavior we need to feel guilty and shameful of ourselves. This is not true. So you gotta have the mental fortitude to be like, you know what, cool, I messed up my diet once, all good, let me get back to it. You know how nice guys are always kind of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, oh, it's my fault, oh, it's my fault. What is that? It's self-blame, it's self-guilt. You're hating on yourself. Have that thing that douchey people have of just like, no, it's all good, no need to apologize to myself, no need to feel guilty, keep going, tomorrow's a new day, let's go on. This, guys, is going to be absolutely critical for you to get in shape. I hope you enjoyed this video, especially the nice guys. Remember, I was once a nice guy. I still maybe give off some nice guy vibes, but when it comes to getting boundaries, when it comes to just building that ripped body, your body is your boundary. So you got to be able to say no. Hope this video helps. See you in the next one.